Welcome to Take Action and Get Profits with Michele Scism, where entrepreneurs come together to discuss business growth strategies, marketing ideas, techniques, and tips. Brought to you by the Tough Talk Radio Network. Now here's your host, Michele Scism.
Welcome everyone to the show. Another beautiful Monday. If you're in Texas, it's a beautiful hot Monday. I happen to be traveling today through Texas. I was in Houston this morning speaking at Sandy Lawrence's Marketing Bistro. You guys know Sandy Lawrence. She sometimes sits in and as a host on this show for me whenever I'm unavailable. And so I ran over to Houston this morning and had a wonderful time with her community. She had a really great turnout. If you guys want to get connected to a really great group, be sure you look up Sandy Lawrence's Marketing Bistro in Houston. And so at this point, I'm trying to get back home to do an afternoon of coaching, but super excited that we're doing the show today, have some wonderful guests for you. You know, before I get started, I always want to remember to do a little housekeeping, and we would love to hear from you. So you can connect with us in a couple of different ways. The first way being through Facebook. You can reach out at facebook.com/Decisive Minds or facebook.com/Tough Talk Radio, and let us know what it is that you want to hear. What business issues are you facing, or what marketing strategy have you used that worked, or marketing strategy that you used that maybe didn't work? And let's have some conversations around that. You can also connect with us in a couple other ways. The first would be to dial in. We would love to speak with you. Our number is 347-989-1363. 347-989-1363. You can dial in, hit the number 1, and you will be directed to our producer. And it would be great to hear from you that way. And then also, don't forget that you can always connect with us on iTunes. Take Action and Get Profits Radio on iTunes.com to catch up on any shows you might have missed, or re-listen to the ones that you heard that had great tips on them. And so I encourage you to get connected and stay connected. Let us know what's going on for you in your life. So I had a great week last week. My Millionaire Minds, my high-level private clients came into Houston, and we spent 3 days working on their business. It was a great 3 days. What we focused on was the conversation around speaking, just like the radio show, right? We were looking at how speaking works in your business, how it gets you noticed, and really working on all the pieces. And one of the things I did was I gave them a memory stick, a USB stick, and it's very special. It was encrusted with Swarovski crystals and gorgeous little memory stick, but it has one purpose in their life, and that is to have everything on that stick at all times to be prepared to be a speaker. So if you show up somewhere and maybe you're just going to network, or you're going to a luncheon, or you're going to an event, and the speaker doesn't show for some reason, and that happens, why not be prepared? And you could step in as a speaker. That actually did happen one time to me about 2.5 years ago at a luncheon where the speaker was detained and couldn't come in, and they came to me and said, Michele, could you just get up and speak? And I was like, I can do better than that. I have my PowerPoint. I have everything I need. So I wanted to talk to you today about what you would put on that USB and what you should keep with you at all times. So the first thing would be your description of your talk. So when we look at speaking as a marketing strategy, okay, so I'm not talking about necessarily Keynote, and this would work for Keynote, but when we're looking at speaking as a marketing strategy, we want to have a great title that catches their attention, obviously. We want to have some bullet points over what we're going to cover, and most of the time that's what they ask you for as the speaker. But when we are doing a marketing speech where we're going to actually have a call to action at the end, maybe we're selling our books or services, trying to get someone to get on the phone with us, something like that, we want to also have a marketing-based description of that talk. So that would be one of the things that I would put on the memory stick. The second thing that I would put is a PowerPoint. So each of my talks has an individual PowerPoint that is generic. I do create PowerPoint sometimes if I'm going in to do a specialized group. So, maybe I'm doing I did a talk for a long time called Cash In on Your Expertise with Social Media. And people would call me and they'd say, well, my group's for authors. Could you come talk to us about social media? And I'd say, great. I have a talk called Cash In on Your Social Media Success for authors, right? I would just change out the wording. And during the talk, I would talk about authors, but it was the same talk. And so, we want to be prepared with a generic PowerPoint that can be used in pretty much any industry. If you're a PowerPoint person, I do have clients that don't work from PowerPoint. They don't like to speak from PowerPoint. So if that's the case, then you won't have that on there. But I personally think that PowerPoint is powerful because people learn in multiple ways. Some people hear well and hear it. Some people need to see it in action, right? So some people want to read it. So I like having a PowerPoint. The next thing that you would have on your memory stick would be your bio and your intro. And I wanted to give you a quick lowdown on what the difference is. So, bio is what you put on your website. It's that about you kind of thing where you're bragging about all the stuff that you've done, which is great. It's exactly what you're supposed to do on your website. And if they're marketing you on their website, they should be putting your bio. But you also, as a speaker, want to have an intro. And the intro is that it's maybe a great story about you or some bullet points that the attention of the audience, but it's not that kind of long, drawn-out bio. And it's written specifically so that they can easily read it. A lot of times when I get bios and I'm introducing a speaker, I've got to go through it and kind of make it sound like it's coming from me, right? Because they'll write it, they'll use the word I or something like that, where that doesn't work as an intro, right? So I write an intro that says, so let me tell you about Michele Scism and blah, blah, blah. And at the end, it literally says, so let's welcome to the stage, Michele Scism, right? I want you to write out an intro for someone to actually give whenever you're walking on the stage. The other things that we talked about that would go on that memory stick would be a handout. Now, if you're not a PowerPoint person, a handout with spaces for them to take notes. Maybe you're making three points in your presentation, right? And so there's a space for point number 1, and point number 2, and point number 3. Maybe you have some fill in the blanks or something like that. A handout is awesome, both with a PowerPoint and without a PowerPoint. If I'm ever in a situation where I can't use a PowerPoint because they just don't have the ability for me to use it, then I like to work from a handout. So I do prepare a generic handout for every talk that I have. And I keep saying every talk. I want to just say real quick, personally, I would recommend that you don't have more than, say, 3 talks, maybe 4. And if you don't have 3, don't worry about it. 1 talk will go a long way when you just kind of change it to fit the audience that you have. Do yourself a favor, though. Don't have 10, 12, 15 talks. It's too much. And it's too hard for someone who's trying to book a speaker to choose from that many talks. So don't do that. And then the last thing that, off the top of my head, probably after a while I'll go, oh yeah, I forgot one. But the last thing that I'm going to tell you to put on that memory stick for now is your offer sheet, meaning your order form, your sales form, your how do they connect with you for a strategy session, something like that. So there's some physical that they can put their hands on. They can leave a part of it with you if they're placing an order. They can take the other part with them. Whatever that looks like, having these things on your memory stick. If at the last second someone says, "Hey, can you speak?" you're prepared, and you can get somebody to go print some stuff off for you real quick if you need to. You can stick the stick in their laptop and pull up the PowerPoint and give the presentation, you will feel prepared, and it'll look smooth to that audience. So there you go. I wanted to just give you that real quick, and we're going to go take a quick break, and when we come back, we're speaking to our first guest. So hold on, guys.
Are you looking to simplify your life and automate your business, but don't want to mess with learning multiple systems to do so? Good. You don't have to. Infusionsoft combines everything your business needs. Let the team at Growth Coaching Systems set up your email, CRM, and e-commerce into a single online system today. It's the easiest way to grow sales and save time. One monthly payment, one software to learn, and have it all on one dashboard. Infusionsoft. Get it now and market and sell like the pros. For more information or to sign up for Infusionsoft, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com/Infusionsoft.
Lauren Jono is an elite, international certified, high-performance coach, author, and speaker with over 15 years' experience helping clients transform so that they are living bolder, happier, and more successful lives. Through a combination of her world-class coaching program and exclusive assessments, her mission is to get to the crux of your issues quickly and accurately, and then guide you to achieve sustained and higher levels of clarity, joy, energy, connection, influence, and overall performance in every area of your life. To learn more or to contact Lauren, go to laurenjono.com.
Imagine taking your business to the masses using proven marketing techniques. What if you could take what you love and turn it into a six-figure business in the next 2 years? Or a $500,000 business in the next 3 to 4 years? Michele Scism went from struggling to build her coaching practice to doing $500,000 in her business in less than 4 years when she uncovered the secrets to converting audiences to clients. In Cash In on Your Expertise, Michele shares the exact strategy she used to build her business so quickly. Get your free copy today at www.cashinonyourexpertise.com.
Awesome, and we are back with Adam Dicker. Adam, are you there?
I am.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Same here. Thanks for having me on the show.
Perfect. So what I would like to do, Adam, is first introduce you and tell everyone a little bit about what you've been up to. But then I would really like to get your side of the story, because you, just from what I know, have seen about you, I can tell you're a serial entrepreneur. So I always find that intriguing, and would love to hear it from you. So let me start by telling everyone that you are a lifelong entrepreneur who at age 18 received a $100,000 job offer while you were just beginning university. Adam then got online in 1985, right after he got his first Macintosh computer. And in 1989, he ran a large computer company, or computer store in Toronto. He did this until 1994 when he started his own internet service provider. After that, Adam, just lost my little form here. So, Adam, you're going to finish telling that story, because mine, there it went. It's back. Nope, sorry. I'm having internet issues here, and I had it all on the internet. So, Adam, you've been doing all kind of great stuff. I know you you started a domain company, right?
I did. I started investing in domain names and buying and selling domain names and teaching people how to build businesses from their domain names so they could actually get monthly income coming in, so that hopefully one day they could leave their cubicle jobs like I did. In between then, I did start up an ISP service, an internet service provider service, and then I fell in love with domains and the internet. I started speaking at conferences. Eventually I was hired by GoDaddy to run as to be their vice president of the aftermarket, which encompassed about 15 different departments. And then from there, I just kept on building and growing, and to the point where I'm at 38,000 domain names, and I'm constantly building new businesses and helping people learn how to build new businesses.
Wow. So I tell people often that I don't drink and I don't smoke, but I collect domain names, but I only have about 500, so I'm impressed.
Well, you and I have a few things. We have a few things in common, because I don't drink and I don't smoke either, and I also seem to collect domain names.
That's right. I think it's a great idea and a huge opportunity. Like, whenever I started to see that same thing, I thought,